Welcome to the Math Record. Today we'll introduce the idea of sequences and series. This video will cover part 1 of chapter 6 in our Precalculus class. So what is a sequence and a series? A sequence is a list of numbers that follow a pattern, and a series is the sum of those numbers. So for example, a sequence would be like 1, would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because to get to 1 to 2, you add 1. From 2 to 3, you add 1. From 3 to 4, you add 1. To 4 to 5, you add 1. And to 5 to 6, you add 1. So it follows a pattern of just adding 1 to the next term. So this would be a sequence. Okay? This is a sequence, basically. To get a series, the series of the sequence would be the sum. So the sum is just 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. So the series is 21. So it's basically the sequence is the number, it's the list of numbers, and the series is the sum. There's two main types of sequences that the Precalculus class will cover. There's the arithmetic sequence, and there's the geometric sequence. The arithmetic sequence, let's start with the arithmetic sequence first, is the example that we showed is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's basically any sequence where is a pattern where each term after is in a common difference. So this one is like plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So same cases, like let's say we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2. Or you have like 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, you minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. So yeah, it's adding or subtracting like from the previous value to get the new value. That is our arithmetic sequence. And now we have a geometric sequence. A geometric sequence is basically a sequence like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Because to get from 1 to 2, you gotta multiply by 2. 2 to 4, you gotta multiply by 2. 8 to 4 to 8, multiply by 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. So the next number after 32 would be like 64 because you gotta multiply by 2. So that would be a geometric sequence. Or you could be like 2, 6, 2, 6, 18, because you multiply by 3 to get 16. To 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 times 3 is 54. Times 3 is 162. And so on. It's like 486, like something like that. So it keeps going by like this common ratio. So a geometric series is a pattern where each term is after is a common ratio, basically. So arithmetic sequence adds and subtract. A geometric sequence multiplies or divides, basically. So so that basically covers like a general form of a general introduction to arithmetic and geometric sequence. Our future videos will be covering more of this in depth. But we won't be covering any more in this video. Each of these sequences will be explained in the other ones. Another concept that we will like to introduce is the idea of the summation. So a summation, it kind of looks like an E. So instead of like writing it like this, like a regular alphabetical E, you kind of have like a line, and then you kind of have a crooked, you kind of have a diagonal line, another diagonal line, and then another line, basically. So that makes this what is basically like an E, but it's called a summation, basically. A summation, hence the name summation, is basically just a sum of numbers. So basically how this works is like, let's give an example. So let's say you have a summation and the equation is x plus 2 and it's x equals 0 to 5. Basically what it's saying is that it adds the number from 0 to 5 into x. So the first number is 0, so 0 plus 2 is 2. So every single integer, so it goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So the next number is 1, so x equals 1 is 3. So that's the number, next number. Next number is is 3, x equals 3, so 3 plus 2 is 5. I mean, uh, this is when x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. So we need to find x is equal to 2. So when x is equal to 2, this is 4. When x is equal to 3, it's 5. When x is equal to 4, it's 6. And when x is equal to 7, we get, not 7, x is equal to 5, because that's the last number, we get 7. So we get these numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you add those number up because that's the summation. So that's 2, that's 5, that's 9, that's 14, that's 20, that's 27. So the answer to this is equal to 27, basically. Let's try another example. Let's have something like, sorry. Um, Actually, let's just delete it. Sorry if this takes a long time. I forgot to make workspace. Okay. So now let's have a sum. Sorry about that. Now we have a sum, and let's say we have something like x squared, right? And you have x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 3, right? So it gets number from x1, x2, and x3. So when x is equal to 1, you plug in 1, you get 1. When x is equal to 2, you get 2. 2 squared is 4. And when x is equal to 3, 3 squared is 9. So it's 1 plus 4 plus 9, because those are 3 numbers. So that's 5, and that's 14. So this will be equal to 14. So, and that's basically how you do it. That's the this is the idea of the summation. This is what you're gonna use to help calculate your series. So sequences, you get the list of numbers. Series, you get the sum. Anyways, that covers the introductions to sequences and series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next math record.